new owner of this beautiful Hyper Pacer from 1951. I just got my Tailwheel endorsement and I'm still trying to figure out how to do smooth landings in this one. Today we're gonna have a look at some of my takeoffs and landings and see what we can learn and see where we need improvement, and hopefully some stuff also went well.
So here I'm taking off on runway 16 in Speyer. Beautiful flying day in autumn, and the goal was to do some landing training, fly to a grass airfield which is close, and basically and enjoy the day. That's the main plan. I have the sun in my face here, so excuse the troubled face. It's perfect flying conditions, especially for a tailwheel, no wind. Goal was to fly over to Bruchsal to do some traffic patterns and landing training on a grass airfield. I did a small detour beforehand and cruised a little bit through the area, visited some places I know. So here we are in the base for runway 29 at Bruchsal. Bruchsal, as said, is a small grass airfield. It has kind of some peculiarities, especially the power lines that you see here on the right of the aircraft. They kind of cross the final of runway 29. Tendency-wise, this leads to being a little bit high on the final, usually because your instinct tells you to keep distance of these power lines. All in all, a very nice airfield, and especially perfect for the kind of training I want to do today. So here you see me turning to the final of runway 29 and then cross these power lines, reduce power, and go into the final approach. Approach is pretty stable. I was quite happy with everything. And here we're looking, I tried to do a 3-point landing. I think the tail was slightly high on this one, but overall an okay-ish landing, I would say. The grass field is quite bumpy, so that's why the camera is shaken roughly here. One thing I saw in the videos now afterwards, I run one risk during my landings, and that's biting off my tongue. A friend of mine was at the airfield, and that's why I got some nice external views of the takeoff. Kind of looks a little bit like a toy plane here, I have to say, and sorry for the not too best quality. It was just forwarded to me via WhatsApp. And we go then in a right-hand traffic pattern, going around for another landing. Overall I did, I think, around 5 or 6 landings in the session. I'm just gonna show you 2 of them. So here I'm raising the flaps. Yeah, I have to improve the cabling there for my phone. It always comes loose, kind of. So here I reached pattern altitude and I reduced power. This handle on the ceiling, by the way, is the trim of the aircraft. So I trim it here for a nice cruise setting. And we are again on a turn total final, just crossing the power lines here. I go into a kind of a slip to reduce altitude. You see that here, kind of a low wing situation. We can look at that again from the inside view, then it's a little bit more visible, which is a very good option to reduce altitude if you're coming in high for a final approach, for example. You see that it's kind of a cross-control situation. Then again from the outside, the landing looked not too bad. I think I got the 3-point attitude better the last landing, but for kind of this condition it was okay. The grass is pretty long, so the braking is also pretty good without using the aircraft brakes. And you will realize here I improved already a little bit and I don't risk biting off my tongue. So that's already a success in the learning. In the back, by the way, you see this kind of stick that's mounted there. That's the mounting of the 360-degree camera. I'm using a DJI Osmo 360 for this recordings that you see here. So I'm taking off here again, and I was pretty happy with this session at Bruchsal airfield. It was a lot of fun and improved my landings, I think, slightly, and will definitely improve in the future when I review these videos, and I might learn some of the things that I did not do very nice. But overall, it looked not too bad. So I'm heading back to Speyer here, without major detours this time, so basically straight from Bruchsal back into the pattern at Speyer airfield. And here we are already in the final of runway 16 at Speyer. What will follow is one of the worst landings I ever had. Let's have a close look at this one, because that's probably where the most learning can happen. I did multiple things wrong there. The approach actually didn't look too bad. And was quite stable. However, in the end, I ended up jumping along the runway quite a lot. And this definitely was far away from a good landing. Let's watch it again in the slow-mo. You see here I touched down and I actually was not ready for it. It came to kind of a surprise to me, and then I tried to recover it, but the best option would have been basically to go around or even climb a little bit away and land further down the runway, because the runway is quite long. In the very slow motion you even see what's kind of going wrong. So first step was that I misjudged the height and touched down too early and I wasn't ready for it. And my reaction to that was totally wrong, definitely. You will see here that right at the first touchdown I pulled back on the elevator and increased the jump size, basically intentional. I pull back on the power right at this point, so I get out all of the energy that's left of the aircraft. Definitely not ideal. The reaction to this first touching of the runway was simply wrong, and it was a wrong reflex there that I need to work on, definitely. So definitely not proud of this one, but I think I learned quite a lot from this landing. I didn't want to stop the day with a bad landing, and so I right away went for another traffic circuit just to show myself basically that this is not the best landing that I can do with this aircraft on an asphalt runway. Here you see another takeoff for this additional traffic circuit. It's beautiful weather, very nice kind of mood there, so I put on some music and you can watch the takeoff in Speyer. So this region at the Rhine, at Speyer, just beautiful during autumn with all the colors in the trees. So we're here back in final approach on runway 16. There's the dome of Speyer just in the background. And we actually pass over the Speyer Technic Museum here. Very nice, especially if you're interested in aircraft and in aviation. You even see in the background there traffic in the short final is a 747. Approach again was pretty stable. I liked it, but the conditions were pretty much perfect as well. So low wind and ideal for some training flights and for not very experienced pilots, tailwheel pilots like me. This touchdown was pretty good, I would say. I got pretty much perfectly in 3-point altitude. I deviated from the center line about 1 or 2 meters to the right, which shouldn't happen, but wasn't too bad. And I definitely need to work on that for the future. all in all, I was happy with that last landing of the day. I enjoyed the flying day a lot. The aircraft performed flawlessly. So, at the end of the flying day, it's always aircraft cleaning time. I hope you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun putting these shots together and had a lot of fun flying the aircraft, definitely. If you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe. And if you have any recommendations or ideas what to show next in terms of maintenance or in terms of flying or in terms of explanations around flying in Germany, I would be very happy to share anything or to drive this channel forward.